Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at a few resource collecting dinos and what's best for building a stone structure in the sense of the dinosaurs and collecting the materials to make the process a lot quicker for you guys. So I'm just starting off here with placing a few foundations for my new this is going to be my sort of storage place for the dinos that I'm going to be taming, and also my current dinos I already have tamed. It needs to be quite large because I plan on getting a woolly mammoth, which I do get later on in the video, so make sure you stick around if you are interested in learning how to tame them guys, because I will go into detail on how I managed to do it. I also tame a Doedicurus, which collects stone. Just to mention, the mammoth actually collects wood at a breeze. It makes it so much quicker using a mammoth instead of doing it by hand. Honestly, it is the best thing ever. I think the beaver is slightly better than the mammoth, however I am right next to the snow biome, so the mammoth was more accessible for me, so I just went with the mammoth. Now, like I say, this foundation does need to be quite big because the mammoth is quite a big dino, and it is going to be a bit of a weird shape. This bit that I'm stood in currently, that little 2x2 bit, is going to be my section, so that's going to be where I have smithies and furnaces or forges, and yeah, it should be good. So I was just coming over here to head over to the snow biomes because I realised how long it's going to take me to build this structure without a mammoth collecting the wood for me. I already have the Doedicurus at this point. I actually lost the footage of me taming it, but if you look down, if you look on the video on the left, you should see a rock next to that water. Well, at the very tip of that bit of land there, you do find a lot of dinos that are normally based really high up in the north. There was a Rex there the other day that actually got wrecked by, I can never remember the name, but it's the dino that's kind of like the miniature stego. There was a few of them knocking about, and it must have already been hurt because they don't give out loads of damage, and I killed them with a Carno. So yeah, they managed to kill a Rex, but over there is where I found my Doedicurus. I managed to tame it. I put some spikes around it, which are actually over there, so maybe in a future video you'll see them. And yeah, so I managed to get him up, got him back to base, and he collects so much stone, and he also has a ability to make the stone weigh less as well, which is perfect because stone is mega heavy. So having a dino that can carry it, I think it's a half the weight, is just perfect. It's ideal, and it collects it fast as well. So it is ideal. Now, you got to be very careful when you're in the snow. One, I don't have any fur armor, so I am vulnerable to the cold, and it will deplete your health a lot quicker than you think, actually. I did have to keep coming out with this, well, finding the mammoth, trying to lure him towards the sort of normal bit of the island, so the no snow part of the island, and trying to tame him over there. However, that wasn't going to be the case. So I did have to keep coming out of the snow, healing, and then coming back to try and find this mammoth again. Like I say, over here you do get all sorts of dinos in the snow. As you see, there's a Uteranus there, being followed by 3 Carnos. I think they do normally spawn with Carnos around them, but they will make your life hell if you stay near them. As you can see, there's 2 mammoths there that I plan on going for, and the Uteranus is very close to them guys. Now when it comes to taming mammoths, they are herbivores, so you can use berries. They won't attack you if you're near them or anything like that, only if provoked. So if you punch them or shoot them or anything like that, that's when they will attack you. So it's not too bad. It's pretty easy. You just need to. The hardest bit about it is getting them into a safe area to actually tame them. Now here, I think I do end up just going with the lower level, simply because it'll be a quicker tame, and it was going to be a task in getting the actual mammoth out of the snow. So I just went for the lower level, and I was just going to level up his weight, just so that he can carry even more wood for me. But as you can see, as I kept trying to lure him over, he does keep losing aggro on me, which I didn't want him to do. I wanted him to stay mad at me so that I can drag him into the part of the island where I wasn't going to freeze my nuts off. So, but unfortunately, I did have to keep going back and hitting him because he just wasn't having any of it. Now the Mammoth does have quite a large pool of health, so don't be shy if you need to hit it to make it angry. Just do it. I managed to actually trap him sort of in this little nug of ice, and he couldn't actually get out, which was perfect. So I decided just to trank him out here. If you look at my health, guys, honestly, I haven't even been hit by anything. That is just by the cold, so it is a lot worse than you think. So you have to be really careful. And I think I end up. Oh no, I don't think I do actually. I was just going to say, I think I end up going back into the normal biome to warm up a bit because my health is really low. But I don't think I do. I think I just reposition. So he almost escaped there, but the last arrow managed to knock him out. So go over to them. Make sure you put your berries or your kibble or vegetables, whatever you're wanting to feed them. Berries is by far the slowest way, but it's the cheapest way. I think in second place it's vegetables, and of course in first place it is kibble. I'm not sure what kibble it is they use, but you can find that on the art wiki. So now that I've got this guy tamed up, I'm going to drag him back over to the normal biome, take him back to base, and we're going to try this guy out, so that should be good fun. Just to throw it out there, guys, this video is being the video has already been recorded and I'm just commentating over it, so of course I know what actually happens. We do manage to get him back to base. Now if you did watch I think it was the video before last, I did mention that I didn't want to show the structure that's right in front of me. Basically this is a taming pen that me and Nick actually made together, and it's for saber-tooths or direwolves, them sort of creatures. So, but Nick has said that it's completely fine for me to show it. Now, I did have difficulty getting this guy actually back into the base because I didn't realise that they couldn't fit through the regular Dino gate. So, immediately that created a problem with the foundations that I'm building next door, because of course I'm going to have to use a behemoth gate if I want this guy to be locked in and secure but still manage to get in and out of the structure. So that is another challenge. So I had to collect 900 wood, 900 thatch and 900 stone to build that bad boy, and then also I need another 450 of each of them 3 resources just for the door as well. So overall you're looking at 1,350 stone, 1,350 wood and 1,350 thatch, which is a lot. That is a lot of resources just on a gate. That is an awful lot. So just taking a look at the Mammoth stats over here. As you can see, the health is pretty good for a very low level, which is only 23. Weight is 540. He's going to be used for wood, and he has a deduction on that, so when he's carrying wood it actually weighs a lot less for him. Melee damage is pretty standard, and everything else is also pretty standard. The only other thing you may want to consider upgrading, besides the weight, is the stamina, so that you can carry on smashing trees down at your own will. Because I managed to get this guy full with, I'm going to say, probably about 2,000 wood, and it was still nowhere near that weight. So, like I say, it is perfect for harvesting wood and keeping it on the dino as well. It don't weigh him down too much. So, yeah, it's all good. It's all good, guys. The saddle for this guy, it's not too hard to get either. It's pretty basic. I mean, it's a pretty low level as well to unlock. So, I'm just going to demonstrate here the sort of resource gathering that this guy can do and how good he actually is at it. So he has 2 attacks. He has a stomp attack, and he swings his horns around. Well, it's not horns, it's his tusks. They both collect berries, and I haven't actually tried the stomp attack on trees, but it just didn't seem to make much sense to me why that would collect wood, so I've just gone for the tusk attack. And as you can see, he breezes through trees like butter. I've already got 440 wood just from a few swings. One swing there got me 110. It's ridiculous, guys. It is so worth it getting one of these guys. He makes life so easy. And I can say the only alternative to a mammoth, really, if you're looking for the same sort of quality, is a beaver. But beavers are small. I think they're more vulnerable to death, or being attacked by other dinos because of the smaller. So I don't think they have as much health, and I think these guys do more damage as well. So yeah, if you can tame a mammoth, like I say, I know it's going to be hard because of the biome that they're in. Luckily for me, this one was just on the very edge of the biome, so it was perfect. It was an ideal situation. So yeah. Now, as I mentioned before, the other creature that I did actually tame up was a Doedicurus. Those guys are ideal for collecting stone. They can collect as much stone as this guy can wood, which is a lot. Well, to be fair, this guy probably collects a bit more wood than the Doedicurus collects stone, just because of the radius of its attack, I reckon. The Doedicurus can only smash one stone at a time, where this guy can sort of hit 3 or 4 trees at once. So this guy collects faster, but the Doedic is definitely the ideal dino for collecting stone. So make sure you get one of them guys too. I think the level for the Doedic saddle is 31 or 32. So that's really low. That's really nice and easy to get to, and it's a pretty cheap saddle as well. So you guys can be building up stone structures by level 32 if you wanted to. Like I say, the mammoth saddle is also very low, so it's perfect. It's perfect. They go hand in hand together. It's ideal for any situation at all. Now, just to mention the Doedic, here he is. As you can see, he's rolling along. On Xbox, that's LT. On PS4, that'll be L2. I'm not sure what that is on PC, but yeah, it's basically just a roll. It uses up stamina as a normal run would, but I think it is marginally faster than running. I don't think it's much faster. But if you just look at the sheer amount of stone we're getting here, guys, from one stone, one hit, I managed to get 74. From that one, 94. It is just ridiculous. His inventory could be full with stone, and it just barely weighs anything. I mean, if you look, 100 stone is 12.5 in weight. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculously good. It is the perfect resource collecting dino for any sort of mid-game base before metal. It's perfect, guys. Just make sure you tame one of these guys up. Just a note, when you are taming the Doedic up, aim for the head, because the body is heavily armoured and you will barely be able to knock the guy out. So make sure you go for the head. So here I am just building up the structure. This thing, I think, is going to be eventually 6 walls tall. Which in the next episode I will give you a bit of a tour of it. It's only a small building in compared to some of the things I've seen. So it is small, but I'll show you guys around it nevertheless. It's quite tall though, because the mammoth is also quite tall, so it has to be. And I wanted to make sure all the dinos I can get in here. But yeah, for a starting pen, it's good. It's good. Instead of just having your dinos lying around, you can put them in here, and they're going to be safe when you're not online. So it is perfect. So yeah, if you guys have found this video informative and useful, make sure you drop a like rating as well. Unfortunately, the end of the video is coming up shortly, so like I say, make sure you leave a like rating if you enjoy the video or find it useful at all. If you are new around here, make sure you subscribe. I will be trying to, so when I first started uploading videos, I sort of did one a day. I'm going to try and get back to that, because I've sort of been going one every other day. But just to throw out there, guys, I do start a new job on the coming up, so the videos won't be as frequent, but I will be trying my hardest to get them videos uploaded. So make sure you subscribe as well, so you don't miss them out. If you didn't enjoy the video, make sure you leave a comment down below, just letting me know why, so that I can look to improve on the next one. And like I say, guys, I've been Limited Excursion, and I'll see you guys on the next one, as I'm trying to awkwardly place a behemoth gate. See you later, guys.